What's up, everyone? I am just getting started on some video edits. Oh, and I need to get these receipts off of my desk because I hate paper on my desk. So, I am doing my show week video, finally. I just have not had any energy to edit, film, anything like that. It's just been like last on the agenda, so I'm gonna actually get started on it now. But if anyone has any random health, fitness questions, I will be taking those too. Hey Nicole, thanks for joining in. You must have your notifications on because you always catch my lives. I love it. Are you doing anything fun this Saturday night? I actually need to not neglect posing practice and practice today and tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Awesome. I'm glad you got to talk with them because, you know, it always makes it difficult when the doctor doesn't see your vision and be able to take that vision and put it into reality, right? So I was actually like looking at some video footage today because I went and trained, and I wore a bra that is actually super comfortable, very tight fitting, and it made my cleavage look huge. I'm like, huh, I guess my boobs are pretty big, but that's just something like I could pull it up probably. I was realizing in the moment, I'm like, oh, yeah, they are a little bit bigger, but that's okay. So we're gonna remove game capture, and we're gonna do window capture. Oh, let's see. That's not right. Okay, I need to get this window game display capture. That's what I want. And we're doing display 1. Okay, let's see. Pull this open. Here we go. I'm doing a lot at one time right now. So, we had some footage today, and I was just looking at, oh, come on. It opened on the wrong screen. So I was like, oh, my boobs look huge right here. So I would say I have more issues with my lats fitting things. My boobs, now that they're bigger, it does sometimes affect the size of shirts. And I will say a lot of my sports bras start to stretch at the like strap and underneath the arm. So that's like the biggest thing that I recommend is like, it sucks, but you're gonna have to have multiple bras because they will stretch out. I actually I purchased a bra from Dark Sport. I think that's what they're called. The DARC brand that's in like I think Brazil or Portugal is where they're based. I bought one of their bras that's like a triangle top bra. Now, I love the style, but for my size now, it does not look good. It's like they are not held in at all. So, word to the wise. You're gonna have to try. I find that T-back bras. This one's a T-back. It actually depends. So, like, even this shirt that I have on right now is a small. I'm anywhere from a small to a medium if I want it like more fitted. If I want it baggy, I'll go with a large. Okay, so what I am doing now is DaVinci. Actually, let me finish my. This is my little grocery spreadsheet. So I'm gonna just calculate this real fast. While I am doing that, we'll move it back to here. Let's see. I bought these, one's a sparkling tea, and the other one is like a grapefruit water that I'm gonna try out. Both are 0 calories, so we'll see. We'll see if they're actually 0 calorie. If it's worth it. That's the biggest thing for me is like certain 0 calorie foods, it's like not even worth them because I like the taste, but sometimes the taste isn't even good enough and you're like, I'll just drink regular water. Yes, so I actually paid an additional $500 for them to put mesh in, and they said the mesh, it takes 8 to 12 months to fully dissolve. I was dieting for I think 4 months or 5 months, give or take, after my surgery. And girl, the nerve pain that I had was almost unbearable some days, going through my chest, underneath my arms. Like, it was brutal. That is something I would do not wish upon anyone. So, that, yeah, that's something to keep in mind too. Okay, that's done. Save. Now, we're gonna go back. Here we go. Looks like a lot, I'm sure. So this is DaVinci Resolve. This is how I make some of my YouTube videos and some of David's. Oh yeah, SoCal's more expensive in general, yes. But mesh, I highly recommend for any woman that's doing over the muscle as well. You can always look for another doctor. Like, that's the thing. You don't have to settle unless you already paid your down payment, right? Like, that's the only thing that kind of stinks. Oh, I cannot hear him in this one. Kind of go with your gut on it, though. Like, if you want to get other opinions, go get other opinions, right? But if you're dead set on using the same surgeon, stick with the surgeon. We aren't always going to like everything that our doctors recommend, you know, but you can try your best to find like that happy medium. I'm trying to get this a little bit closer. There we go. That's a little bit better. Did you get the insurance? Oh, dang. That's after insurance? I'm sorry to hear that. That's very frustrating. So, I would almost try to contact your insurance if you haven't already and figure out if there's anything that they missed because you should not have to come out of pocket. Was it a capsular contracture or are you just unhappy with the implants and how they were setting? Because they technically claim that your implants aren't set for 8 to 12 months. That's the biggest thing. Okay. Yeah, if you're at least how mine worked was I had the capsular contracture, I filed the insurance claim, and they actually because I switched from under the muscle to over the muscle, I had to pay that fee, but everything else was paid for. So the implants were covered. I did have to pay for the mesh. Anesthesia was covered. So, yeah, I would like try and look at it as much as you can because that's just ridiculous. Oh, I got sassy here. Um, so my first surgery was in Kansas City, Missouri, actually. And I want to say it was 7,500. I have to look back. Gosh, that was so long ago. That was in 2016. I think it was 7,500. My most recent surgery, which is in Atlanta, because that's where I'm at now, it was, I think 4,000 was what they priced it at, and I paid two something, like 2,200, 2,400. Now, obviously, that's quite a difference from what you're probably getting told out there. Gosh, streaming on YouTube is so much more chill than streaming on Instagram. Because I feel like on Instagram, I just get all these creeper men. They're like, oh my god, I love you. I'm just like, why are you like this? You would not be like that in a normal day-to-day life. So that means I am halfway through my carbs right now. I've had 70 grams. That means I am halfway through my carbs right now. I've had 70 grams.
Your legs on the backside are what's constantly improving a lot. Rest.
I'm so glad I'm changing this. So I'm working with Alexis Adams on my posing going into this pro show. So I'm pretty excited. She and I have already fixed a lot of my poses. Halfway through my carbs right now. I've had 70 grams.
Your legs on the backside are what's.
Yep, that's a pain in the butt. I would contact him directly. Sorry you're having to deal with that, because that's not fun. And you're in pain, and you don't like how they look, you know? I'm so savage. Savage wife. I crack myself up. Okay. Pepsi number 2. Here's the first one. Now y'all are gonna know my trade secrets. How do I travel and cook food? We got this. This is actually the first time I ever bought a or not convection, induction stove plate thing, and game changer. I could make my omelet in the morning. I reheated fries in there. David made a stir fry the one day. Yeah, but in the same sense, like they work with other women like you all the time, and you're emotional because it's your physicality, it's your femininity, you know? My food setup. But nobody else is going to um, advocate for you. Always remember that. You are the only one who's advocating for you. Game changer. This has been a game changer, and I have Rachel Daniels to thank for the inspiration on this. So I pretty much just like grab clips of what I like, and then I start blending them and adding digital effects to them. Carbs. And then the mini fridge. with all the gains. I actually need to figure out. I used a meal prep company for Tampa, and I'm really tempted to use another meal prep company for North Americans because it just made my life so much less stressful the 2 days before packing and like getting food together. Because I still prep obviously a lot of my food, but I only had to like I had already cooked the proteins that I was bringing with me, and then everything else it was just like super convenient. Now I'm gonna cut it in half and mash it up. I think one time I went into the doctor's office, I was also like super aggressive, and David was like, "You don't have to be aggressive. You get more flies with honey." I'm like, "Says you." I'm out of water. This is very unfortunate. But either way, I'm going to get my last meal put together so that I can enjoy it and relax. I was having a really hard time getting good camera angles, as you can see. Oh my gosh, and then you still came to see what I'm doing. Oh, struggle bus. Kill him with kindness. That's the best way to live, honestly. I will say yesterday was probably my hardest prep day ever. Physically, emotionally, I just want to like quit. And actually, I had a girl at the gym today. I forgot about this. I need to share this. Um, so I had a gal come up to me after I finished my last set of deadlifts, and those who have seen me train in person, I'm very intentional and very it's not that I'm aggressive in the gym, but I go into the gym to train. I don't go into the gym to socialize or to just like pick up baby weight, right? So I literally had dropped the last deadlift and I like collapsed to the floor because my legs were like shaking and start moving, getting the weights off the sides and start putting them away because it was my last set. And the girl comes up and she was actually on the platform next to me. She's like, "Hey, do you compete?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." She's like, "I just want you to know, like, you're my inspiration in the gym. You're always super strong, and I love the way that you look, and I just want you to know that." And it was like, hearing that was so heartfelt and reminded me where I started and why I wanted to get into bodybuilding to begin with. And it was number one, I wanted to sculpt a physique that I was proud of. But number two, I wanted to inspire other women like I had been inspired. And that was just like a super touching moment today, especially because I'm really fatigued. I'm not very social right now. I'm hardly on any social media. Like I said, I get on YouTube and I'm editing just because it's casual. But these are the things we can't take for granted. And they're literally minuscule reminders from the universe of what our gifts are and that we are going on the right path. So that was just like super, super cool experience. Yeah, definitely. And then I met a couple other women in the sauna afterwards that were just like super uplifting and I think people who aren't in the sport either have no interest in wanting to learn about it, or they are, give me all the information, it's so intriguing. And that's how they were today. They just wanted to learn about it and hear my experience. And so, sharing the good and the bad, and how my energy is zapped, how half the time I can't even put sentences together. So, keeping it real, as always, which is one of my best gifts, is my vulnerability and transparency. And I'm continuing to flesh that out for myself too, and recognize areas where I'm not being fully honest with myself that I can continue to work on. So that was really cool. All right. We're going to speed through here. And the lighting was awful in this spot in the hotel room, but it's fine. Aw, thank you. Wellness is cool. I hope it continues to go in a positive direction. The biggest issue I have right now with the category is a lot of women are pushing gear so hard and so fast that they aren't thinking about ramifications in the long run, because they just want to step on a stage. And one thing I remind people all the time is I've been training for 7 years, and I also have a genetic disposition to grow legs easily. So for me, am I where I want to be in the amount of time I've been doing it? No. But am I realistic with how much muscle I've put on in the past couple of years when I've dedicated time to growing my legs? Absolutely. Like, I have put on, I think, 3 to 4 pounds of lean muscle tissue in the past 2 years. That's a lot for a female, especially because I've been competing and I had hormone imbalance. So, add all those things together, those different variables are what impact a prep, impact your ability to grow. You can have all the right tools in the toolbox, but if you don't know what order to use them or how often to use them, that's when you can get into trouble. Wait, did I take it out? No. Oh, I apparently talked at the end. Oops. I really enjoy eating certain foods cold. Fruits is one of them. So my last meal will be the banana with some peanut butter, rice cake, and turkey. I did peanut butter all of peak week, but I hadn't been eating it at all during prep. But the good thing was I got burnt out on peanut butter after that week, so I don't crave it now. Mm, honestly, I haven't even needed to use insulin in my growth phases, which has been nice. Um, I don't know if you saw the video David and I did with turkesterone. Try that out. I don't think it did much for me. I had a gut imbalance, so honestly, fixing my gut and then being able to eat more food and digest the food, I think helped lead to more. But even a mild cycle of Anavar, or there's some growth promoters you can do in the off season that can help. Sometimes I will say women respond better to Primo than Anavar if you have more risk of androgen side effects or PCOS. So just something to think about, but obviously you want to make sure that your source is real as well. Girl, go to figure. Honestly, if my legs weren't so dominant, I would have stayed in figure because the figure division is like half of the competitive level it used to be. Like, if you have the genetics to grow a back and shoulders, do that division, honestly. I'm trying to get into judging, actually. That's kind of one of my next focuses is once I'm done competing this year, I'm going to start doing some test judging and getting involved at the local and national levels doing judging. But, like, I love the figure category. The posing is what I don't like. I think the physiques put together very well. They need to do something about the posing or they're going to continue to lose girls in it. But like that being said, if your goal is to hit a pro card, try getting into figure and getting your upper body to grow. Or if you already have a well developed upper body, I had a neglect upper body for a year. I had to downsize my upper body just so that my proportions were more balanced. So even like after this this season of competition, will I train upper body? Maybe a little bit, but I don't even have much reason to grow it at all. Because if you look at Francielli, who's the flagship of wellness, she has a very small upper body. So what do we do? You have to decide, number one, what do you want to look like? But number two, evaluate what are they rewarding from the judges' criteria. That's very interesting. See, I wonder if it was actually real or not because some primo is actually test. So you just have to be careful. Hey, Michaela, I did actually there's several YouTube videos on my channel. I made a individual playlist of me training with John. Miss him a lot. Sounds like his family's doing well though, so just trying to continue down the path that he believed in me. And honestly, some of the hard moments where I feel like giving up, I remember how much he did believe in me and felt like I was going to succeed no matter what I did. I just have to continue to believe in myself. I am one of the hardest workers that you'll ever meet, and knowing that, I just need to not let my mind get fatigued or weakened. I get you, girl. Okay. Yeah, I mean, have you gotten a Dutch test to see where your hormones are at? Because if you, oh my God, it's late in the day. I'm trying to remember which pathway it would be, but it depends on a certain pathway that can lead to the side effects. Also, could be something going on with your gut. I will say, like, I don't know if you remember, I talked about after 2019, I had cystic acne, and I thought it was all because of eggs. I've been able to eat eggs daily right now, and I have zero acne, knock on wood. So every single situation is different, every prep is different. You just gotta figure out where your body's at and what you need, and that's why I'm really big on labs because it's black and white. I just bought more of these little rice crisps. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, of course. David and I are trying to do some more training videos. We actually we were in the gym together today, but I didn't really need him to help me with anything, so um Mr. Scooch. Oh, my package was just delivered. Interesting. Oh, you need to get progesterone tested. They should run all three together if you're getting sex hormones done. Hmm. Yeah, how many days a week are you training too? You can, and I'm also one of those women that's super sensitive, but I will just mention that this is probably the highest androgen load I've ever had in my career, and my side effects are almost the lowest that they've ever been. So your body can adapt to things, but also if you prime your body ahead of time, you can prevent side effects as well. Um, okay, so one thing I might recommend to you is reducing your training frequency just from a stress resilience standpoint. That can help balance your hormones a little bit better. I noticed that immediately when I used to train probably 5 days, the most consistently, 2 off days, to then I went down to 4, and then I went down to 3 training days. And I think that helped a lot with my response from a hormonal standpoint. Why can I not hear him?
Shift your weight onto your right foot more. Wee wee. All right, y'all. Well, here's the update, you guys.
Exactly. So that's what my training split has been since last year is 3 glute days, and then fourth day would usually be quads and accessories. So if I want to do calves, abs, adductors, or abductors, not adductors. So yeah, it's worth giving it a try, and just you're gonna have to adjust your volume to spread through the week. So you're gonna feel like your training days aren't as brutal as you've experienced in the past. You're gonna feel like when you go to the gym, oh, I got a good pump, or I felt this movement, but you might not be extremely fatigued by the end of the workout. That's okay because you're spreading that volume through the week. The legs and the glutes are very good to respond and to recover, but you just have to be mindful that your volume is going to change from maybe you were hitting legs 1 or 2 days a week to now 3 to 4. So when I'm writing programming for myself or for one of my clients, that's something I try to take into account is how well are they recovering and how much volume they can actually manage in a full week's time. When you're dieting too, you add in the cardio, so that makes it a little bit harder as well. I love this teal color. Just glowy.
Yeah, update, you guys.
Baby biceps for the win.
That's part of the update, I guess.
He kills me. Actually, that can be good. Mm, I'm wearing the same red suit that I wore for the Tampa show. So I don't normally change suits show to show. And hopefully, if I earn my pro card, I actually don't know if we'll do another suit. We might stick with just red because it looks so good on me. I actually need to get water. So I'm going to have to get up for a second. Yeah, and I think like it's so funny because you look at the pro league, some of these women have various suit colors, right? Depending on the show location and who the promoter was, the colors would change. So the New York Pro, it was like all blues. And the Olympia, the theme colors were red, so there were a lot of reds. So I think that's a very trendy thing to do. But at the end of the day, picking what suit color matches your skin type, your hair color, and then how your skin looks once you're tanned is super duper important. I'm going to put this first. I like this best. So this is where I'm trying to figure out what are people gonna, what's gonna make them watch, right? God, I'm so hungry. I literally just ate and I had chicken, a little piece of a carrot, cucumbers, and cauliflower. I'm just like starving. But to get lean, that's the plan. Baby biceps for the win.
That's part of the update, I guess.
How many days before show? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days before. Do you work with a suit designer right now? Or when are you looking to get on stage? Oops, way too far out. Okay, let me go grab water and I will literally be right back. I'm like starving right now. All right. So, if your surgery's September 6th, I would give yourself, shoot, girl, you might want to give yourself a full year from September to the next to be your stage debut, right? That way it gives you time for your body to recalibrate, for your hormones, your gut, for your implants to settle, and then getting your diet and everything in place, you know?
Caroline, Caroline is filling out. She's getting harder, drier. Lines are getting deeper. We don't know her weight. We're gonna actually try to check her weight now because we didn't bring everything out. And continue to fill her out. Let her.
Dropping my drawers. I don't know if this is good to post on YouTube or not. Probably not. Even though I had a suit on. I will recommend if you need a suit designer, Kitty's Bikinis is amazing. I've worked with a couple other designers in the past and have come back to her because time and time again, she produces quality suits. The fit is great, and she's a sweetheart. So, if you need her contact info, I can get it to you too. Good old spare guy. Um, oh, I didn't take the pictures with her. Mm, no. Did I save them? Not yet. Here we go. Aw. Well, have fun and have a good evening with them. It's good talking to you too. And like I said, if I can help in any way, just let me know. Stay positive though, and reach out to your insurance people. We getting fancy up in here. Oh, I don't know. Hey Mike, I am using DaVinci Resolve. I used to use Adobe Premiere and then phased out of that. when I found out DaVinci was free and it has pretty much the same, if not better, capabilities to what I need. Do you do any video editing? Okay, save. I need to always save. Nice. What type of editing work do you do? Halfway through my carbs right now. I've had 70 grams.
Your legs on the backside are what's constantly improving a lot. Rest.
What's your hair doing? Oh. My food setup has been a game changer, and I have Rachel Daniels to thank for the inspiration on this. Carbs. Oh, that's cool.
Then
I had a. Why is this so loud? Holy. I have a friend who likes to do Spartan races.
mini fridge. Sounds really yummy.
Nice. The slip is too long. Fix it.
It'll fit in here.
I really enjoy eating certain food. Okay. That.
Do that fancy. I'm like so excited right now. How I'm looking, how so excited right now. How I'm looking, how I'm feeling. Maybe it's this pre-workout kicking in. Maybe a little less. It's just this pre-workout kicking in.
All right.
My parents are in Bowling Green. Bowling Green is north of Dayton. I've traveled to Dayton. I didn't live near Dayton. I have friends there.
Oh man. Holy, this is taking forever. This was the worst shot ever. Like, you can't even see anything. Why? Why do I do this? Oh, Carolina. Ooh, my potatoes. Look at this breakfast, you guys. I was eating so much more food in peak week than I do on a normal basis. So sad. But it is what it is. I'm ready to get peeled.
Ooh, we got the mood lighting of the thunder in the background. Don't come so close, I can't get you in frame. Right there. Back a little bit closer.
My walk looks awful. I need to fix that. Actually, what does he say at the end here? Nothing. Okay. Uh, I've been really bad about missing my knees shaving lately. Like, really bad. Hey, Jerry. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. That was really weird. Wait. I'm excited to start posting more content when I have the energy. Because honestly, I've been like so scatterbrained. Just haven't wanted to post, doing bare minimum for my content and getting David's stuff going. So, priorities.
And David actually doesn't think we're going to taper that too much, maybe a little bit. But I'm staying really full, really tight, looking just like right where he wants me. So just keep executing. I'm gonna keep telling myself. I'm really wanting to eat more food, but that's part of the whole self-discipline thing, is not letting the devil tempt you when you're by yourself and tempt you to just indulge yourself and have fun. That I bought like months ago for trips. I hit a point where I was like, I just need one. That I bought like months ago for trips and I forgot to use. So I'm doing that, and then eating my last meal with more carbs.
Getting there.
Good morning, y'all. It is. I was gonna start over. Good morning, Vietnam. I guess you don't know.
He kills me.
You're improving. You're pretty hard. You're pretty hard right now. You're definitely tired too. You're gonna have to. Hmm? You're pretty hard right now. You're definitely tired too. So she's getting better by the day. I'm going to monitor her this last day, see how she's responding to certain foods, and that's how I will dictate how much water, how much food, etc. that she's going to be eating, because all this can change, especially within 24 hours out from the show.
So it is 11:15. David just left to go watch the men's pro show. Just checked in. Everything's looking good, getting tighter, holding steady. So I'm about to eat my second meal of the day. I realized that because I'm waking up earlier tomorrow to do my hair and makeup, I need to actually eat earlier today because I'm going to bed earlier. So normally eat my second meal at 12:30. I'm gonna pumpkin stuffing. Just have some ground turkey, some rice, coconut oil, some salt, and that's it.
Good morning, Vietnam. I guess you don't know. You're pretty hard right now. You're definitely tired too. So she's getting better by the day. I'm going to monitor her this last day, see how she's responding to certain foods.
So it is 11:15.
I know it's really hard to walk on.
What division are you doing?
I know it's really hard to walk on.
What division are you doing? Good. Good. What division are you doing? What division are you doing?
Bum, bum, bum. All right. I think I'm going to end this stream. Thank you all for tuning in and catch me next time. Maybe we'll be doing